What up, fam? So, getting ready to go out and grab my paycheck and be broke. Pay all my bills and shit. But I wanted to make a quick video because videos have been popping up about it. Earlier on, I posted on Fago Lovers about a Billboard article that talks about the Mighty Death Pop and some of the things that are covered in it. Now, the biggest thing in the headline of this story is that the Mighty Death Pop might be the last truly physical album that ICP makes. Now, I think everybody is freaking out and thinking, oh, you know, they're planning on this as what they're already doing. And if you read the article, that's not the case. They're just prepared for that. As I said in my little article I wrote up about it to bring attention to it, you know, it went from vinyls to 8-tracks to cassettes to CDs, and now the fact is that it has come to a point where music is a digital thing, and they're just wanting to prepare for that. If that's the case, if they find that they can't sell, you know, CDs, physical copies of CDs, they need to be able to, because again, as everybody seems to forget sometimes, this is the business, and to keep that business going, they have to know what they can do to make sure that that ability is still there. So, you know, the big thing about the article was that it touched on, you know, what's next. Is it all going to be digital download and everything else? But the fact is that even though that was the headline, the article itself touched on several different things. One thing that I personally am quite concerned about, actually, is the fact that they're talking about not touring in support of this album. And to me, although with the explanation that Violent J gives about how, you know, right now we expect to see him twice a year out on tour, and it'll make it just that much better for us when we see them again. Truth be told, that's 90% of the fun of doing all this is seeing ICP on stage and being part of the Fago Showers and everybody coming together. And that part of this, I don't agree with. I think that they're making a bad decision if they have really truly said, and it kind of, I got that from the article, if they've really truly said that they don't plan to tour anymore, and that there's no plan, well, at least for the album, in support of the album, and it could be a year or two before we see them on tour. You know, other than Hollowicked and some of the small shows they do and stuff like that, I think that that's going to take away a lot. You know, it's like with Strange Music. What's kept them going and growing and moving is not only Tech's music and Chris Calico's music and all the different guys that are on the label, but the fact that they're on their grind constantly. While we have Violent J and Shaggy talking about how they're not going to go on tour at all, we've got Strange Music on a fucking epic record-breaking tour. And they're successful, and they're growing, and they keep going. And I think that maybe it scares me a little bit that have the guys at Psychopathic Records become complacent, I guess would be the best word for it. Have they decided that business is the most important thing? Is that swing happening? I don't know. Now, I've always respected the fact that it's business. I've always respected the fact that, you know, it's part of their lives. they're marketing geniuses, and I completely understand it, respect it, and being a juggalo, like I've always said, is much more than to do with them. But part of the fun is the tours, seeing them in concert, getting together and going to shows, and doing all that. I mean, yeah, it's great we get to see Twisted, and yeah, it's great we get to see all the other acts, and yeah, it's awesome. But there's nothing like going to an ICP show. There's nothing like it. And now they're going to take that away? I'm not feeling it. And, the whole digital download thing I can deal with. A lot of us have, especially older lows, have collected their whole time of being a juggalo. And that's going to be a big letdown. I personally, that's not been my thing. So I guess for me, it's not really that big of a deal. But for a lot of people, that's a big issue. And like I said, they haven't said that for sure that's going to be the case. But they're preparing for that, which you got to do what you got to do to keep afloat. But this touring thing has really got me irked, because that's the epitome of being able to go and see a clown show. I mean, seeing them doing their thing on stage, getting sprayed down with Faygo, all that stuff is what is the absolute funnest part. And it looks like they're gonna take that away, not altogether, but take part of it away, and I guess making us wait longer to see them. Yeah, it causes more excitement, and yeah, it's even that much more great to be able to see them in concert, but I just don't see it as a good decision. I think it's going to take away, and that's just my 2 cents on it. I think that everybody else is focusing on this whole, no physical copies on their next album, which may or may not be true. But the one thing, and everybody's focusing on that, and I think everybody's kind of missing that in the story they actually it seems to be confirmed that they're not planning to tour for the Mighty Death Ball. So we'll see. Just wanted to throw my 2 cents in there before I took off. Other than that, y'all have a great day. Peace. Much family love.